Hey guys, today I'm starting a new series where I will read a chapter of a book every day, and we're going to be starting with the first Warrior Cats book, one of my favorite book series. I love warriors, and once we finish the first book, we will be moving on to the second one, Fire and Ice. So today we're going to read the first chapter of Into the Wild. It's an amazing book, and I'm not going to start with the prologue. I'm actually going to start reading off all of the characters that are in this book. The allegiances is what they call it. So I will be reading off the allegiances, and then we'll read the prologue, and then tomorrow I guess we'll read 1 and 2. So I guess we're going to do 2 chapters a day, except today it's not really chapters, it's kind of more of an introduction. So I'm just going to do the allegiances and the prologue, and then tomorrow we'll do chapter 1 and 2. So that'll be fun. I hope you guys don't mind that I suddenly just changed it from 1 chapter a day to 2. It's mainly because the prologue and the allegiances are relatively short. So we're going to do them both today, and then tomorrow we'll do chapter 1 and 2. The chapters aren't like really long, but they're short enough. I mean, they're not really short, but they're short enough for me to want to do 2. So these videos are going to be, I guess, kind of long. Anyway, let's start. Allegiances. ThunderClan. Leader. Blue Star. Blue-gray she-cat tinged with silver around her muzzle. Deputy. Redtail. Small tortoiseshell Tom with a distinctive ginger tail. Apprentice. Dustpaw. Medicine Cat. Spotted Leaf. Beautiful dark tortoiseshell she-cat with a distinctive dappled coat. Warriors. Toms and she-cats without kits. Lionheart. Magnificent golden tabby Tom with thick fur like a lion's mane. Apprentice. Graypaw. Tiger Claw. Big dark brown tabby Tom with unusually long front claws. Apprentice. Ravenpaw. White Storm. Big white Tom. Apprentice. Sandpaw. Dark Stripe. Sleek black and gray tabby Tom. Longtail. Pale tabby Tom with dark black stripes. Running Wind. Swift tabby Tom. Willowpelt. Very pale gray she-cat with unusual blue eyes. Mousefur. Small dusky brown she-cat. Apprentices. More than 6 months old and training to become warriors. Dustpaw. Dark brown tabby Tom. Graypaw. Long-haired solid gray Tom. Ravenpaw. Small skinny black Tom with a tiny white dash on his chest and white-tipped tail. Sandpaw. Pale ginger she-cat. Firepaw. Handsome ginger Tom. Queens. She-cats expecting or nursing kits. Frostfur. Beautiful white coat and blue eyes. Brindleface. Pretty tabby. Goldenflower. Pale ginger coat. Speckletail. Pale tabby and the oldest nursery queen. Elders. Former warriors and queens, now retired. Sorry, guys. I ran out of breath. Halftail. Big dark brown tabby Tom with part of his tail missing. Small Ear. Gray Tom with very small ears, the oldest Tom in ThunderClan. Patchpelt. Small black and white Tom. One Eye. Pale gray she-cat, the oldest cat in ThunderClan. Virtually blind and deaf. Dappletail. Once pretty tortoiseshell she-cat with a lovely dappled coat. ShadowClan. Leader. Broken Star. Long-haired dark brown tabby. Deputy. Blackfoot. Large white Tom with huge jet black paws. Medicine Cat. Running Nose. Small gray and white Tom. Warriors. Stumpy Tail. Brown tabby Tom. Apprentice. Brownpaw. Boulder. Silver tabby Tom. Apprentice. Wetpaw. Clawface. Battle-scarred brown Tom. Apprentice. Little Paw. Nightpelt. Blackpaw. Nightpelt. Black Tom. Queens. Dawn Cloud. Small tabby. Sorry, guys. I needed to rest my voice for a second, so we're just gonna start where we left off. Sorry, I got really rushed near the end of the last part where I was reading, and I'm just not used to reading for other people. So we're just gonna start off again, not restarting, just gonna start off from where we left. So, hope you guys don't mind. Bright Flower. Black and white she-cat. Elders. Ashfur. Thin gray Tom. WindClan. Leader. Tall Star. A black and white Tom with a very long tail. RiverClan. Leader. Crooked Star. A huge light-colored tabby with a twisted jaw. Deputy. Oakheart. A reddish-brown Tom. Cats Outside Clans. Yellowfang. Old dark gray she-cat with a broad flattened face. Smudge. Plump, friendly black and white kitten who lives in a house at the edge of the forest. Barley, Black and White Tom, who lives on a farm close to the forest. And that's the end of Allegiances. Now let's move on to the prologue. Also, before I start the prologue, I want to say that I'm sorry for any background noises. We've been really busy around here recently, so there's going to be a lot of noises downstairs. Yes, I'm upstairs in a house, but the people downstairs will be making some noises, so sorry for any of that. Yeah, let's just start the prologue now. Prologue. A half-moon glowed on smooth granite boulders, turning them silver. The silence was broken only by the ripple of water from the swift black river and the whisper of trees in the forest beyond. There was a stirring in the shadows. From all around, lithe black shapes crept stealthily over the rocks. Unsheathed claws glinted in the moonlight. Wary eyes flashed like amber, and then, as if on a silent signal, the creatures leaped at each other. And suddenly the rocks were alive with wrestling, screeching cats. At the center of the frenzy of fur and claws, a massive dark tabby pinned a bracken-colored Tom to the ground and drew up his head triumphantly. "Oakheart," the tabby growled. "How dare you hunt in our territory? The Sunning Rocks belong to ThunderClan. After tonight, Tigerclaw, this will just be another RiverClan hunting ground." The bracken-colored Tom spat back. A warning yowl came from the shore, shrill and anxious. "Look out! More RiverClan warriors are coming!" Tigerclaw turned to see sleek, wet bodies sliding out of the water below the rocks. The drenched RiverClan warriors bounded silently up the shore and hurled themselves into battle without even stopping to shake the water from their fur. The dark tabby glared down at Oakheart. "You may swim like otters, but you and your warriors do not belong in the forest." He drew back his lip and showed his teeth as the cat struggled beneath him. The desperate scream from a ThunderClan she-cat rose above the clamor. A wiry RiverClan Tom had pinned the brown warrior flat on her belly. Now he lunged toward her neck, with jaws still dripping from his swim across the river. Tigerclaw heard the cry and let go of Oakheart. With a mighty leap, he knocked the enemy warrior away from the she-cat. "Quick, Mousefur, run!" he ordered, before turning on the RiverClan Tom who had threatened her. Mousefur scrambled through her paws, wincing from a deep gash on her shoulder, and raced away. Behind her, Tigerclaw spat with rage as the RiverClan Tom sliced open his nose. But blood blinded him for an instant, but he lunged forward regardless and sank his teeth into the hind leg of his enemy. The RiverClan cat squealed and struggled free. "Tigerclaw!" The yowl came from a warrior with a tail as red as fox fur. "This is useless. There are too many RiverClan warriors." "No, Redtail. ThunderClan will never be beaten," Tigerclaw yowled back, leaping to Redtail's side. "This is our territory." Blood was welling around his broad black muzzle, and he shook his head impatiently, scattering scarlet drops onto the rocks. "ThunderClan will honor your courage, Tigerclaw, but we cannot afford to lose any more of our warriors," Redtail urged. "Blue Star would never accept her warriors to fight against these impossible odds. We will have another chance to avenge this defeat." He met Tigerclaw's amber-eyed gaze steadily. They reared away and sprang onto a boulder at the edge of the trees. "Retreat, ThunderClan, retreat!" he yowled. At once, his warriors squirmed and struggled away from their opponents. Spitting and snarling, they backed toward Redtail. For a heartbeat, the RiverClan cats looked confused. Was this battle so easily won? Then Oakheart yowled a jubilant cry as soon as they heard him. The RiverClan warriors raised their voices and joined their deputy in caterwauling their victory. Redtail looked down at his warriors with a flick of his tail. He gave the signal, and the ThunderClan cats dived down the far side of the Sunning Rocks, then disappeared into the trees. Tigerclaw followed last. He hesitated at the edge of the forest and glanced back at the blood-stained battlefield. His face was grim, his eyes furious slits. Then he leaped after his clan into the silent forest. In a deserted clearing, an old gray she-cat sat alone, staring up at the clear night sky. All around her, in the shadows, she could hear the breathing and stirring of sleeping cats. A small tortoiseshell she-cat emerged from a dark corner, her paw steps quick and soundless. The gray cat dipped her head in greetings. "How is Mousefur?" she meowed. "Her wounds are deep, Blue Star," answered the tortoiseshell, settling herself on the night cool grass. "But she is young and strong. She will heal quickly." "And the others?" "They will recover too." Blue Star sighed. "We are lucky to We are lucky not to have lost any of our warriors this time. You are a gifted medicine cat, Spotted Leaf. She tilted her head again and studied the stars. I am deeply troubled by tonight's defeat. ThunderClan has not been beaten in its own territory since I became leader, she murmured. There are difficult times for our clan. The season of New Leaf is late. There have been fewer kits. ThunderClan needs more warriors if it's to survive. But the year is only just beginning, Spotted Leaf pointed out calmly. There will be more kits when Greenleaf comes. The gray cat twitched her broad shoulders. Perhaps, but training our young to become warriors takes time. If ThunderClan is to defend its territory, it must have a warrior as soon as possible. Are you asking StarClan for answers? Meowed Spotted Leaf gently, following Bluestar's gaze and staring up at the swatch of stars glittering in the dark sky. It is at times like this we need the words of ancient warriors to help us. Has StarClan spoken to you? Bluestar asked. Not for some moons, Bluestar. Suddenly, a shooting star blazed over the treetops. Spotted Leaf's tail twitched, and the fur along her spine bristled. Bluestar's ears pricked, but she remained silent as Spotted Leaf continued to gaze upward. After a few moments, Spotted Leaf lowered her head and turned to Bluestar. It was a message from StarClan, she murmured. A distant look came into her eyes. Fire alone can save our clan. Fire? Bluestar echoed. But fire is feared by all the clans. How can it save us? Spotted Leaf shook her head. I do not know, she admitted, but this is the message StarClan has chosen to share with me. The ThunderClan leader fixed her clear blue eyes on the medicine cat. You have never been wrong before, Spotted Leaf, she meowed. If StarClan has spoken, then it must be so. Fire will save our clan.